Did you know that improper lighting can kill a bearded dragon?
And that's why this first episode in my Bearded Dragon Equipment Guide is all about lights. And I've invited my friend and reptile expert, Sam, to discuss why lights are so important. Welcome, Sam.
Thanks, Rose. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. And thank you for that dramatic intro. So let's jump right into it. Are lights really that important?
For sure. I mean, your dragon could technically survive without an enclosure, decor, feeding tongs, humidity gauges, and really everything else on the shopping list. Except they absolutely need the correct food and lights.
Well, I already have a whole series on the correct food. But what are the correct lights?
Well, when it comes to lighting, dragons need it for three main reasons: to help them see their surroundings, to stay warm, and most importantly, to get UVB light exposure. You'll need a different type of light for each reason.
And why is UVB so important?
To keep it simple, UVB light is what allows your bearded dragon to make vitamin D3 in its skin. And vitamin D3 is what lets them absorb calcium from their food. Without enough UVB, they can't process calcium properly, which over time can lead to growth problems and eventually metabolic bone disease.
So the next obvious question, how do we make sure they're getting enough UVB?
Well, while UVB is really crucial for their health, it's honestly the easiest to get right because you only have two choices. You need to get either a Reptisun T5 HO 10.0 or an Arcadia Pro T5. Get a size long enough that will just barely fit in your enclosure and pair it with a matching reflector hood. That's it. Don't waste hours researching other options. That really is it.
And I'm guessing you get paid by one or both of them, because I see tons of choices at the pet store.
No, no sponsorships over here. And stop going to the pet store and go to the reptile store. I mean, you could get a more expensive Arcadia with even more UVB output. But seriously, any other UVB bulbs, like those little compact coil types, even if they say 10.0 or have a cute dragon on the box, are either for supplemental lighting or, more likely, marketing trash.
But the light with hood is pretty pricey, especially since you have to replace them every year, right?
Yeah, at least every year, if not more. Look, I know the lights aren't cheap, but save up and get the real thing. Seriously, it's better to have your dragon in a cardboard box with one of these lights than in a $1,000 terrarium with bad bulbs. Of course, neither is preferred. So if you can't get the proper setup, please wait to get your dragon until you can.
Sound advice. Okay, so now that we have our T5 10.0 and hood, where do we place it?
Mount it under the mesh lid if you can, because screen tops filter out a lot of UVB. And definitely don't put it behind glass, because glass completely blocks UVB. You'll want the light to overlap the basking area as well as the cooler end of the tank. That's why having the longest tube light possible is important. Oh, and make sure to provide some completely shaded areas so they can fully regulate their UVB exposure.
And how long do we leave the UVB light on for?
I tell people 12 hours on and 12 hours off. Some keepers like to mirror a natural habitat and provide a few months of less light to stimulate winter. But really, an endless summer is safe and healthy for them. And you run the risk of UVB deficiency if you do less than 12 hours without the proper setup.
I think most of us would be okay with an endless summer.
Health-wise, yes. But at least personally, I need my snow.
Well, you can have it. Me and the dragons will enjoy the never-ending sun and heat. Okay, so for UVB, to sum up, buy a T5 10.0 lamp with matching hood and leave it on for 12 hours a day. You're right, that is pretty simple.
Yep, but if anyone has any questions, put them in the comments and I'll help you out. Oh yeah, one last thing. Anytime you can get your dragon real direct sun, go for it. Even short basks are beneficial.
But if it's through a window, it must be opened.
Yes, don't forget that glass blocks UVB.
Thanks, Sam. Well, since that's about it on UVB, let's cut here and we can pick up on the other lights in the next episode. Do you mind sticking around and helping with another one?
Yeah, for sure. This was fun. And any excuse to hang out with you and Rodney.
Aw, thanks, Sam. And thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss episode 2 and the whole equipment guide series. You can also check out my feeding guide and other care tips, as well as product reviews. And of course, cute videos of Rodney the Rankin. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed a small dose of lizard wisdom.